guys, welcome to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and today we are going to be talking about My Hero Academia, episodes 16 through 19, and bypass that, we're basically going to be talking about the entire arc of the license exam, okay? And the reason why is because a couple of weeks ago, I got really sick, and because a week before I got sick, it was announced that Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7 was coming out. I decided to go watch that while I was sick, binge watch the entire thing while I was sick in bed, and I absolutely loved that. And then I made a couple videos about Star Wars The Clone Wars. If you guys want to go check that out, feel free. However, you're probably not here for Star Wars, you're here for My Hero Academia, I understand that. And I simply, while I kept up with the manga, I simply just didn't really watch the anime at all, and here's the reason why. Let me explain something. I remember this in the manga, but what I remember in the manga is so small. I only remember small parts of the manga. Let me tell you exactly what I remember from the manga. Let's forget about the anime for a second. What I remember from this arc in the manga is this. I remember Midoriya fighting that girl, and of course her being naked and all that, turning into Uraraka and all that. That was just Creepsville, am I right? Creepsville. And then I, of course, also remember Bakugo. I don't remember Bakugo fighting. I still don't remember the name of the guy Bakugo and Kirishima fight. But I didn't even remember Kirishima and the other guy were there. I remember Bakugo fighting. And I remember at the end, Bakugo talking to Midoriya and giving that little hint of him possibly knowing that All Might gave his powers to Midoriya. You know, he says, makes sense with that borrowed power of yours. You're finally making that borrowed power your own, huh? Yeah, I remember that part of the manga, and then I remember what happened at the very end of the arc. And what happens at the very end of the arc, and I'm not going to spoil it completely for you guys, no, that's not what this video is about, but I remember that the buildings blew up, and I can talk about now because obviously at the end of the episode you guys saw that. At the very end of the arc, the buildings blew up, and now they have to go and save people, which is just great. And then I remember also them fighting in a huge big royale, and I also remember at the very end who gets their license and who doesn't. That's big. That is really big, and I'm not necessarily going to spoil it, but let me tell you, it's really cool. Yeah, it's actually probably my favorite part of the arc. And then after that, I remember something really important about All Might. I know exactly what it is, and I don't want to spoil it, but I think that's going to happen in the season finale. Guys, All Might's going to be back. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. So this is just going to be super cool. I cannot wait. But moving on, yeah, I remember all that in the manga, but I don't remember the littler details in the manga, mostly because in the manga, this entire arc was written just to be a type of filler. You know what, there's still filler in the manga, and not everyone likes admitting that, but filler can be in manga. A filler chapter is basically a chapter where almost nothing happens. I mean, yes, you learn something important, but nothing really happens to move the story forward. And this entire arc felt like that in the manga. So, with my surprise, I went back and just got done watching the entire series, you know, entire couple of episodes I missed. And, wow. This is so much better than the manga. Like, I can't even explain it. This is just so much better than what happened in the manga. We get that little, we get to know what Todoroki's doing, and I really enjoyed the weird little ninjas that he's fighting. We also get what happened to Momo and the rest of the crew. That was all fun, but my absolute favorite thing that happened was obviously, to me, what happened with Ioma last episode, episode 18, I believe it was. And what happened in that episode? Oh my god, that little hint of Ioma possibly learning that he does want to be a hero and learning how he can be a hero, and we get just a tiny glimpse of his backstory, him saying, why is he different, Marby? I like Ioma. You know what? When I first started the series, Ioma wasn't on the top of my list. Ioma, I just laugh at characters like this. Characters like Ioma, they almost never evolve into something more serious. And I really like the fact that Horikoshi is evolving this character, and especially in the anime, because you know what, in the manga, I'm not gonna lie, he just tends to pop up in the manga and it's weird. And then a couple chapters down from where we are now, there's going to be this really weird chapter where he becomes important for some reason, pretty much out of nowhere, and we never really understood why. Well, now in the anime, they're basically building up that moment where they didn't build it up in the manga. So I like that. I really like the fact that they are building up Ioma's character, because he is going to be a little bit of an essential plot point later on in the story. I'm not going to spoil it, but that's what I can basically tell you. So, yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Just watch Ioma for me. I can't wait to see more of Ioma. But anyway, moving on to the latest episode. Okay, so you guys have noticed that the entire field blew up. Yep, we had that. And we have people hurt. Yep, we have that. And now we have to go and save them. Yep, we had that. And then villains show up. Not actual villains. Actually, it's just the heroes coming in and portraying as villains to make the test harder. Yep, we have that. What is this whole scene about? This entire scene is all about what happened to All Might. If you pay attention, this entire scene sounds and looks just like the scene of Kamino when All Might had to go up against All for One. And that's basically what this is. They are testing these kids. They are testing these, not kids, but future heroes, on whether or not they can actually do the job in some serious and very deadly, very deadly situations. And it was absolutely terrible. The worst situation they have ever had was when All Might was fighting All for One, and more than half the city was blown apart. Well, not more than that. More than half the city was blown apart. Let's face it. Did we not see that? Did we not see that? That was the biggest disaster we have ever seen, that the hero world has ever seen thus far. And now, we got to train for events like that in the future. Especially because All Might is not going to be there to protect and save us. So what are we going to do? We're going to train these kids up, and we're going to make them true heroes. And the only way they're going to get their license exam is whether or not they show heroism. With that said, heroism is not just saving people with a smile, unlike what Midoriya says he wants to do. It's also taking care of the people who are hurt. You know, that's why All Might smiles. All Might's smile is supposed to be there to say, it's okay. Why? because I am here. Midoriya is learning that. He learned that in this episode, and now he's basically controlling the other guys, taking control, barking out orders, and saving lives. That's basically what this entire scene is. And when I first read this in the manga, again, I just tend to bypass. It was very short in the manga. There was almost really nothing in the manga. There was just a little bit of meat in the manga, and that is it. Compared to what we have in the anime, oh, it's an entire roast. There's a little bit of meat in the manga, but here it's an entire platter of meat. I love it. And I just can't wait to see more of it. Anyway, that's pretty much my review of the latest episodes of My Hero Academia, what I think about this arc. The anime is doing it so much better than the manga, I truly believe that, and I just cannot wait to see more. Let me know down in the comments below, what did you guys think about it? What did you guys think about this entire scene? Oh, and I had one more thing to talk about. Uraraka. Okay? Uraraka and Midoriya. Look, I'm not a full-blown shipper like everybody else, okay? But I do truly believe that a good story needs just a little bit of romance. You need a little bit of romance to make it a good, cohesive story, right? Yeah, I do truly believe that. And I absolutely love the fact that we are getting more Uraraka in this little arc, especially in this arc. You know what, in the manga, again, it's mentioned, but it's pretty much bypassed. I like that in the anime, we are getting small hints and small examples. We get to see just small glimpses. It's not like full-blown whole episodes. It's just small little glimpses, small little thoughts, small little scenes with Uraraka thinking about or looking at Deku in a certain light. And I just love this, because here's the thing. I am a humongous Naruto fan, and one thing that Naruto really did wrong was the romance. And what I mean by that is, I know that, what's your name? Neji's sister, I can't remember, Hinata. I know that Hinata loved Naruto, and we had small, little glimpses of that throughout the story, but we didn't have enough. We didn't have enough to build up their relationship as a couple, and I like the fact that here in My Hero Academia, they're not going down the same path of Naruto. They're actually building up the relationship between Uraraka and Midoriya. And every time she gets jealous, every time she starts thinking about how she actually likes Midoriya, it's important, but it's not too much. It's not too much. I really like that. We get none of this in the manga. I really like the fact that we're getting this in the anime, because it's important for the overall story. And the very line she has at the end, saying that she'll put these feelings away because it's time to be a hero. She absolutely loves Midoriya. She knows that. But it's time to be a hero. She has to put these feelings away. Save them for another day. And become a hero. Just like she wants to be. Just like she wants to be like Midoriya. Just like Midoriya is doing. This is epic. I love Uraraka. I love Uraraka, I really do. She's not my best girl, however. My best girl is actually Sue, and I will say this. Midoriya, you get Uraraka all day long. I want Sue. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I like the fact that they're doing this. I'm not like totally shipping Midoriya and Uraraka, but it's like, if you're going to have a little bit of romance, this is how you do it. You build it up in certain moments. like this. This is important. And I just like the fact that they're doing it this way. Anyway, that is my whole spill. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys think about the romance between Uraraka and Midoriya? Do you like the way that they're doing it? I love the way that they're doing it. And I'm out. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Bye. Like, share, and subscribe.